Hello everybody and welcome back to MechWarrior 3, where we are currently stripping out this avatar. And then I'm going to just go ahead and save that. I'm going to save that as an empty variant. There we go. And then we're going to swap over to the Atlas. We have a lot of weight available, but we're going to go ahead and customize this. Okay, looking at this, I'm going to ditch the case and the ammo and the single heat sinks. For sure. In fact, we're just going to strip out everything that it's got right now. There we go. We've got 44.5 tons left available. So, first thing I'm going to do, of course, is I'm going to max out this armor. Question is, do we go with standard armor or ferrofibrous? Let's see. How much armor can we put on this thing with ferrofibrous? 16 tons with ferrofibrous. So that's 304 points with regular ferrofibrous. 307 with clan ferrofibrous. So that's slightly better. Or 304 with standard. So we're definitely going with clan ferrofibrous. Okay, auto-distribute that. There we go. And now, we've got 41.5 tons available, so let's just go ahead and put in some of these weapons. Now, I do want to have our primary armament be those X-pulse lasers, because those were super effective. Now, in the center, I do think that we're probably going to want to have, well, First things first, we want to have a targeting computer, just in case. So, where's our targeting computer? Here it is. We'll put that in the head. What else do we need? Well, in the center torso, I want to get us up to an even amount of tonnage. So I'm just going to put in a small laser. Excellent. And then we'll go ahead and put in those X-pulse lasers. So we'll do a small X-pulse laser in the center. In the right and left torso is where I want to mount the large pulse lasers, because I don't want to lose those in the arms. There we go. And then in the arms, we'll put a medium X-pulse laser each. And then, what else do we have for criticals? A small X-pulse laser in the left torso. Next, we'll go ahead and put in, basically, well, we are going to need some jump jets, right? Except that this thing, can it have jump jets? It can have jump jets. So we're going to go ahead and put in as many jump jets as we can right now, while we're thinking of it. Can we have more than 4 jump jets? I'd be a little shocked. Nope, 4 jump jets. Okay, sounds good. And now we're going to be running clan double heat sinks. So we'll bring 3 in the right arm, 3 in the left arm, 3 in the right torso, 3 in the left torso. And where else do we have criticals? We have no criticals available, apparently. And that's only 77 tons. That's a bit of a problem. How many double heat sinks is that in total? That's 22. So that's the same number of double heat sinks that our avatar had. I mean, we could theoretically bump up our engine. We do have 7 criticals reserved for our ferrofibrous armor, of course. The other thing that we could potentially do is we could ditch our closer range weaponry, use the X-pulse lasers for that, and put in a bunch of PPCs. That's a possibility. So like, for example, we could put an ER-PPC here, or we could go for a heavy laser. But we need 3 criticals available for that. We could put large heavy lasers potentially in... Did I just take that out of the right torso? I did. That's okay. X-Pulse. Nope, not. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so confused. Okay. Heat sinks back in the arms. There we go. So in the right torso, we want that large X-Pulse laser. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so the lighter weaponry is obviously not critically efficient enough for what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and mount in a pair of ERPPCs as our quasi-primary weapon. So a clan ERPPC in each arm, like that. And then I'm also going to put in an additional... Wait, why can't we mount a clan double heatsink here? We have 2 criticals available. Oh, because we only have 1 critical available because of ferrofibrous armor. You know what? Let's switch off of ferrofibrous and go straight to standard. We're going to lose 3 points of armor, but we save criticals. It's a little less weight efficient, but we're an Atlas. Why do we care about weight efficiency? Okay, that would then allow us to put in a clan double heatsink in the right arm, as well as the left arm, like so. So now we've got our dual X-Pulse large lasers and our dual clan ERPPCs. And we've still got 12.5 tons left over. We have 2 criticals in the center torso. So let's see here. How do I want to handle this? We could put a 3rd ERPPC here. And we could run like quad ERPPCs. Alternately, we could put a 3rd ERPPC in the center torso. Then we have 2 criticals available, but they're only in the left and right torso, and there's only 1 each. I'm not a huge fan of that. And we still have quite a bit of tonnage available. We're definitely running into critical issues here. We could do a heavy laser, potentially, instead of the X-Pulse lasers. But I actually really like the X-Pulse lasers. They feel super efficient. If I could run quad X-Pulse lasers, I would. So the real question is, how much is Tri-PPCs going to overwhelm our 22 double heatsinks? And I think the answer is quite a lot, based on the fact that 6 medium lasers was giving us a warning. And 3 ERPPCs is going to be similar. We could put an additional heatsink in the center torso and call it a day. The other option is that we could lump in this ERPPC with the X-Pulse lasers and then have the other 2 be separate. Of course, we're still underweight by 6.5 tons. I mean, we could switch to single heat sinks, but I don't think that there's really a benefit to doing that. Wait, ER large lasers only take up 1 critical slot. That surprises me. We could put an ER large laser here. And then if we could free up 1.5 tons, we could run X-Pulse lasers plus ER large lasers, and then try PPC. I'm really concerned about heat output. There's no doubt about that. The other thing that we could run here would be, do we have anything that weighs 2.5 tons? I mean, there's LRM 5. LRM 10 weighs 2.5 tons, but we would need to have ammo for that. We could have a medium X pulse laser that would weigh 2 tons and bring us to 99.5. And we'd be only half a ton off. I would really rather that we have an additional double heatsink. Maybe, instead of the ERPPC here, see, it takes 1 critical. Hypothetically, we could put the ER large laser in this torso. 95.5 tons. And then we can have an additional heatsink in the center, bringing us to 96.5 tons with 0 criticals available. We're still 3.5 tons underweight. Hypothetically, what if we ditch the ER lasers in the left and right torsos, remove the ERPPCs from the left and right arm, and then in the left arm, put in the the ER large laser, and the same over here. We could theoretically run quad ER large lasers. The heat output will be disgusting, but that's what the X-pulse lasers are for, dropping our heat during that time. Now the real question is, can we manage to move one of these criticals from the left torso to the right torso and put in an additional double heatsink? I don't see a way to do that, realistically. And we're still 8 tons underweight. The ER large lasers are a little bit more crit efficient in terms of tonnage to crit. We could run Hexa large laser. We would want to then have 3 in this torso, or rather, we'd want to have 4 in one arm so that we could have an additional double heatsink, which I don't really like the idea of. That would get us really close, but I'm very concerned about heat output. Like, I feel like we fire this and then immediately die. With 6 ER large lasers. And then the X-pulse lasers, theoretically, assuming we survive this, the point of the X-pulse lasers is to continue doing DPS while these are recycling. That's 24 double heat sinks. I really don't think that this is a viable build. Let's just save this as heat overload. Okay. And I'm just going to deploy this and fire. And probably immediately die.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, systems
Yup.
Reports put the pirates in fast mix.
As expected. Okay.
Under Susie Ryan's order, 2 small convoys escaped the base
Yeah.
just before our
That's all well and good. But, okay, yep, it didn't actually destroy those. Good. So we do instantly explode if we fire all 6 of these ER large lasers at the same time. That's what I expected. I'm not in the slightest surprised by that. Like, realistically, I need to find a better heat loadout, right? So, looking at this, Can we maybe cram on a pair of ERPPCs and go quad ERPPC? I mean, sure, we have to drop a heatsink to do it. But if we do this, then we can do ERPPCs, wait a second, ERPPCs, wait a second, X pulses over the duration, and then recycle, theoretically. The real question is, how can we move a critical around here? And get one more heatsink on this thing, bringing us to 99.5 tons. That's the real question. I mean, sure, we can ditch a double heatsink here, but we can't put it on anywhere else. I'm just going to go ahead and save this as is. We're 1.5 tons underweight, but I'm going to save it as heat overload. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm just going to deploy this briefly. MFBs can't carry one of those large lasers. I'm going to go ahead and say that you can carry a large laser. There you go. Also, grab one of these large pulse lasers. We don't need these machine guns. There we go. Okay, let's deploy this and just see how the heat goes. I'm not actually going to play this mission right now. Okay. Do we instantly die from firing all 4 ERPPCs? No, but it shuts us down. Okay. So let's go ahead and come on back in. And I do want to change up these groupings because I intended these to be split like this. Yep, that's fine.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
Reports put the pirates in fast mechs, and they'll know the terrain better than us, so...
Keep on your toes and watch for an ambush. We have it, sir, although it reminds us all. Thanks for the translation, Alan.
Anytime, mate. Anytime.
Okay, that seems viable, but this is the end of my recording session and also the end of this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will go ahead and run that mission. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.